Sorry, I'm busy. What's in it for me?
You're listening to 91 Reasons, a journey into the twisted landscape of pop culture. Keep your hands and arms inside the podcast at all times. And now, the voice, Jeff Tucker.
We don't need a reason for anything we feel. We don't need a reason. Look how souls at the wheel. So roll this top down, hell with this town, leave our feelings behind. We don't need a reason, 'cause I got you and you got me tonight.
We have survived a land in which evil groups of colonies construct death trap torture machines, in which they trick the common people to go, in which they poison the most junkiest junk food in the attempts to get more people in the ambulance. This, folks, is the fairground.
We
a place in
survived.
danger.
We survived the LA County Fair, everybody.
Yay!
All right, so this past Saturday, we braved the crowds and the heat. Which was worse, the crowds or the heat? We braved the heat to go to the LA County Fair in Pomona, California, a massive, massive county fair that you guys have never been to. The kids have never been there. Now, I remember going there when I was a kid. I went year after year after year. My mother loved going to the fair. It was actually a pretty reasonable, affordable thing to do. You did a few rides, did a few games, and you shopped, and you ate, and you went home. And I had really good memories. I was telling Rachel on the drive up that they had pay toilets at the county fair, where if you had to use the stall, it was a dime. And us kids would just crawl under. Because the alternative to the stall was what, Austin?
The porta potty?
The trough.
Oh, the trough. Oh, not the trough.
Yeah. They actually have the trough still there. You ladies even know what we're talking about? You know what a urinal is? Like a personal urinal you walk up to use the restroom? Yeah. It's a trough that's like at below waist level. Like, oh, it's awful. It's inhumane. It's so gross. So, okay, so we went to the fair, LA County, and we got there about 11. We had a great time. Let's go through the highlights. Austin, you want to go first?
It was hot.
It was hot. Was there anything about the fair that you liked?
The concert at the end.
I'm going to move on to Josie. Josie, I know the animals, right?
Yes.
So tell us about. Well, we went in. We went into the Blue Gate, which was right by
the farm.
The farm, right?
Yep.
So what was in there?
There were like sheep and goats and cows and chickens and most of all, baby pigs.
Baby pigs, little baby pigs with their legs and tails twitching, right?
Yes.
And what did I tell you about the baby pigs?
That they roll them up into a burrito or something.
Yeah, if you pick the one, it's like a lobster tank. You pick the one you want, they roll in a burrito, and they serve it to you, which is not true, but you laughed. And what did I say while you guys were looking at that big rooster? She's thinking about it.
He found some hot chicks.
Yeah, I was like, there are some hot chicks over here. And what did it turn out to be?
Literally hot chicks.
Yeah, little baby chicks being warmed by a light bulb. Because they were born when?
A day ago.
The day before. Were they cute or not cute?
They were adorable.
I don't know why people see appeal in looking at barn animals.
Well, ask your sister. She
Look at their little faces. They're so squishy.
I want to know what's the appeal.
Adorable.
Okay.
So we went in the petting zoo.
Yes.
Which was $2, $3 to get the feed.
$3 for the feed.
$3.
But they gave you a lot.
And you fed the animals for the first time really ever, right?
They licked my fingers.
Your hand was black when we came out. Yeah, it was all
slimy,
gross.
And
You took a selfie with one.
I did.
You had to scrub up after the petting zoo. So they had all those animals, and there were actually a lot of animals at the fair this year.
Yeah.
Can you list some of the other animals that you saw?
There were birds and monkeys and raccoons and even snakes. Oh yeah.
Snakes. Remember the zebra?
Yes, the zebras.
Camel.
The camels.
Sloth.
Oh, the slothy,
Owl.
An
An
owl.
alligator.
Alligator. The deer. Remember the deer?
Oh, yes, the deer.
Yeah. The hedgehog.
The
There were a lot of animals.
The stingrays.
You touched a stingray.
It was weird.
You saw a shark.
Yes, sharks!
Oh, and we're not even talking about the best animals.
Go ahead.
The sea lions.
Tell us about the sea lion.
The sea lions were pretty cool.
You can take a picture with the sea lions, and they train them so that they pose for the photo. And the bigger one climbed on top of my head for the photo.
He rested his head on your head for the photo.
Yes.
And the look on your face with the picture is priceless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she got soaking wet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, was that the highlight of your day?
Yes.
The sea lion picture?
Mm-hmm.
Because we had looked online the day before at videos and we'd seen that, and you were like, I am doing that.
Yes.
I am getting a picture with a sea lion. And we did.
Yes.
Pretty cute, right?
Yes.
Met a mermaid. Got her autograph.
Yep.
Yeah, they have a mermaid there. She has a claim to fame, which is what?
Her fin.
She makes a body glove mono fin for you to stick your feet in and swim around the pool in.
Yeah.
And they were selling them, right? People were buying that?
Yeah.
That's odd to me.
That sounds fun.
It sounds like you'd drown if you didn't know how to use it properly.
But I want to go swimming
You
in
know
a
how to
mermaid
swim.
tail.
Mermaid tail. This
too.
appeals to you, right, Austin?
I just want a giant mermaid tail to lounge around the house, and I don't want no fancy swimming equipment.
Say that again. to do what in?
Lounge around the house.
You're going to lounge around the house in a mermaid tail. What if you go to take a leak?
Find a way out of it.
Oh, jeez.
I want one of those too. Only I want one of those new crocheted ones they have. Just to keep your legs warm when you're watching TV.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't get the mermaid culture. I don't
I want a
understand
swimming pool.
Okay, so what else did we see at the fair? Lou, do you want to chime in here?
Oh, what about Popnology?
We'll talk
That
about
was good.
Popnology, right?
Yeah.
What was Popnology, do you know?
It was an exhibit by Disney that was supposed to be science fiction to reality, an educational science exhibit that took popular media from pop culture and connected them to real life science. Basically, it's an excuse to get the DeLorean at the fair. It's educational. Oh, hold on. I'm going to take a selfie with the DeLorean. It's educational. I'm going to use the robotic hand to pick up the eggs from Jurassic Park. You just found an excuse to bring out these cool props to the LA County Fair. Admit it.
They had a lot of amazing... They had a full-size sculpture of an alien,
They had the Walketeer outfit.
the Rocketeer. They
They
had
had
the
the-
Tron light cycle. They had a Tron video game.
Batmobile.
Yeah, and then your mom found the greatest thing ever, which was what?
The People Mover.
They had the actual remaining People Mover cars
There's
from...
only 3 left, he says.
Yeah, Disney owns the other ones, and he owns
Yeah.
them. They were sold at auction, and he purchased them.
purchased
Disney's are welded shut.
And he keeps
His
his
still
on his
work.
patio to have dinner parties in.
Isn't that amazing?
I told him I was coming over.
He made the doors open and close, and the canopies rise and lower. It was really neat. Josie
was
has
like
no
the
idea what we're
I
talking
have
about.
no idea what you guys are talking about. You're like, oh my god, someone's taking a movie. Oh my god. I'm like, it's just a ride vehicle.
Yeah, you don't understand the memories that are in those ride
Tried to
vehicles.
explain to her.
The People Mover was, in Tomorrowland, there's all that track that's above and nothing's on it. The People Mover used to go all around Tomorrowland.
I told her that. And through
it
the
was
rides and...
It was a really long attraction. So back when you had to use tickets to get on the rides, it felt like a good value because it wasn't over in just a couple of minutes.
And because it held so many, there really was never a long line. It was
Oh yeah, no, it was
easy to get onto.
yeah,
too.
it gobbled up people off the midway.
Yeah.
Now, your mom used to go to Disneyland when she was a teenager, right?
Yeah.
How many boys did you make out with in the People Mover?
No, I did all my making out at Knott's.
Not once in the People Mover.
No, I don't think so.
Because we might have been right where you were in
No.
the submarine races, right there.
No.
No,
Why
it's
did
just,
they close it down?
they closed it down because they wanted to put something more dynamic in the park. So they took it out and put in rocket rods. And the problem is that rocket rods was supposed to be a high-speed race down the same track. They were going to add banked turns so that the rocket rod would get to the end, bank up, and keep going. Well, what happened was they cut the budget, so they didn't add the bank turns. So the rocket rod would speed up and then slow down, and then make the turn, and then speed up and then slow down, and then make the turn. And I don't think it ever worked. Your mom and I rode it twice in '98 before it closed down. Each time we went, the line was about 3 hours to ride the rocket rods. And they closed down, and they put one over at DCA as a photo op, and Gone. Really sad. And then what happened was they tried to put the people mover back. But because when you remove a ride and you try to put it back in, it's no longer under its grandfather clause. So that you have to bring it up to current code. And there's no way to bring it up to current code.
How is there no way to bring it up to current code? It seems like a safe ride if you ask me.
Because the vehicle passes by parts of the building too close now in modern day law. If you put your head out, it'll knock it off. Put your arm out, it'll knock it off. Back when your mom and I rode it, people knew to just sit in the car and enjoy the ride. And then people started jumping from car to car. Somebody would drop something out the people mover. They would leave the ride vehicle, try to pick it up, and then get back in, and the ride vehicle would grind them up.
Oh.
So they had a lot of trouble keeping it safe, and all the Disney people who listen are pulling their hair out because I'm probably getting little tiny facts wrong. But it was really neat to see them at the fair, just the way we remembered them. I mean,
So,
what a fun
How
thing.
come the track just sits empty now? How come Disney doesn't do anything with it?
I don't know. I thought they were going to put speeder bikes on it or something. Anything would be better than nothing.
How about light cycles?
Well, anything.
It was
We'll
supposed
take
to be
it.
Light-Sight.
Yeah,
It
we'll
was
take
to begin
it.
with. People Mover was there. It was Tron.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be incredible vehicles, like the ones on the island, little bubbles.
Oh.
But they realized that it gets so hot in the summertime here that each car would have to have its own personal air conditioner. And that just wasn't feasible. So it's out. But thankfully it was at the fair. And the guy who owned it was really nice. Really nice. And I told him I would come out to his house and do a whole episode. Because he said he had a Dumbo and I think a Mr. Toad car. He has a bunch of ride vehicles from Disneyland. Every time one has come up for auction, he's managed to snag it. So good for him. You know, and they're all in one place. And they're here in Orange County. So at least I think they are. So what else was in there? There was a really fun display of 8 tracks and records, and there was
you could play.
there was
how did the 8-track thing make you feel? Remember what you said?
well, I said that this is not that old. This is from my childhood, and suddenly it's like, oh, look how ancient that is and ridiculous. That made me feel really old. It's like looking at your stuff in a museum.
They had the room of everything that's on your phone.
Yeah, they had a room in there that had. It was done up like the 70s in that 70s yellow, and
It had a clock, a typewriter, it had a TV, it had everything, you know? And it basically said a phone, with the invention of the phone, none of this in the room is needed now.
yeah, your smartphone does everything that these objects in the room do. And your mom and I looked at it for a while and we're like, God, that's so true. Oh my God, that's so sad. So we enjoyed the Popnology exhibit. We moved on to all of the buildings that sell stuff. What did you say to me about the fair? It's just people selling stuff.
The fair is the ultimate gouge of people and colonies trying to sell you something. Every time you try to have a good time at the fair, the ultimate goal is to sell you product at every turn and every corner.
But you made a friend at the glass cleaner guy.
I did. I did make friends with the glass cleaner guy who's reading Homestuck and can't get through Act 3.
Oh, I know the feeling. We got some beef jerky. That's always your mom's favorite,
Yes.
beef jerky. Josie managed to get her dream dessert, which is what?
Dippin' Dot.
But not just Dippin' Dots.
Chocolate Dippin' Dots.
Chocolate Dippin' Dots.
The rarest Dippin' Dots.
Why are they so rare?
I guess it's because it's such a plain flavor.
They won't give you chocolate anywhere. Well, you were shocked. And I bought it for you. You said, this is the greatest day of my life.
She did.
I said, here you are, my sweet child.
I owe you my life.
Yeah. I got coffee Dippin' Dots. That was really good. And then we went right inside, and they had a Yogurtland booth, which you got strawberry yogurt.
I love Yogurtland.
I got giant spoons.
And you got what?
A shirt. The train shirt. And the phone case here.
No,
No,
dessert.
dessert.
Oh, food. I thought you said God.
No.
We're talking
He's not
about
listening.
food. You're
That's
not
I'm not
listening.
listening.
You're not
I'm only
listening.
getting half the
What'd you
word.
get?
I hate when you're on your phone during the show.
What'd you get? I got a phone case to eat. Hold on.
Yeah,
This phone is so delicious.
So delicious. Dippin' Dots, okay. And what was the gimmick of Yogurtland? Everybody's got a gimmick, and they had a
You got the
gimmick.
spoon. That's what messed me up. Is that
Yeah.
a physical item?
Giant, oversized Yogurtland spoon. Really cool.
Yogurtland is so good. Seriously. I don't like ice cream. I think ice cream is overrated and terrible. I think yogurt is amazing and underrated. It is such a good dessert. We seriously need to have it more. I love yogurt.
Okay, Yogurtland.
Yeah. Strawberry
difference?
delicious yogurt. What do you mean, what's the difference? From ice cream? The texture, everything, the taste. Ice cream
There
is
actually
just...
is a different yogurt.
Ice cream is pathetic chocolate soup. Yogurtland is a frozen, delicious strawberry treat of delight.
Wow.
You understand?
A lot
So are
of
you saying
adjectives in
that
that
you would
sentence.
prefer to have some gourmet chicken strips followed by some delightful Yogurtland?
Sounds like a pretty good meal to me.
Wow.
Sounds like a buffet. Like I'm being treated like I'm a king here. Those chicken strips, and
You
that
are-
strawberry. That's like royalty right there.
Your
That's like,
tastes are so academic, man.
it's like when you go to a fancy restaurant, you expect to get a small portion of some exotic food you've never had. But in the end, all you want is some nice chicken strips followed by some strawberry yogurt, you know?
You're so
Wow.
weird. You're so weird.
That's all I really can ask
It's kind
for.
of making me really want strawberry yogurt right now.
It's I could use it. Rough school day.
And you
I
like
could-
strawberry yogurt with white yogurt chips.
Oh,
Now,
dude,
no,
chocolate
no.
with brownies.
There's a tip.
Chocolate with
Let me
M&Ms.
just say that topping completely ruins the texture and the taste
No,
and everything.
no,
No,
you're
Except-
way off base there.
No,
pal.
no, no.
No. Yogurt needs a crunch.
There is a crunch you can get. And when you put this topping on, you realize this is it. This is how you make something that's better. You think yogurt, can this get any better? Yes, it can. Fruity Pebbles on the yogurt. It's the best topping they have.
No.
It's underrated because everybody goes for the chocolate. But the chocolate doesn't actually taste good. You want to get the Fruity Pebbles with the strawberry or pineapple or...
Okay, can I just say he's crazy? Chocolate with M&Ms is way better.
I feel
than
like
any of that fruit
yogurt
stuff.
and dessert shouldn't be chocolate themed. It needs to be fruit.
But dessert isn't fruit.
Well, it can be.
Yeah, it can be.
For you and me, it's chocolate. For him, different.
So, while we're on the topic of healthy eating, why don't I tackle a subject at the fair that seemed to bother me?
Go ahead, please. This is your forum, please.
There were a number of hospitals with sick people. I mean, food stations with people who ate too much. Where they tried to sell you poison. I mean food. What I'm trying to say is carnival food is trying to kill you.
Yes, but
I had a 3-foot-long hot dog.
we're marching to our deaths
Corn dog.
willingly.
Why
Your
would...
mom's corn dog was insane.
So it first happened with the food stands where I wondered why anyone would want this. Outside would be these giant signs saying, deep fried Oreo, Krispy Kreme cheeseburger with donut bun. These were the types of things that made me sick inside.
No, it's supposed to be like for one day of the year, you indulge crazy foods. That's part of the fun. They all try to outdo each other.
But,
The cheesecake on a stick looked really good. I was
Yeah.
bummed we didn't go back.
I mean, I'm
Josie,
being someone who's lactose intolerant. I
Yeah.
love stuff with
You're life intolerant. Forget the lactose. Everything bothers you.
I love Starbucks. What's the word I'm looking for?
Strawberry refresher.
No, not refresher. What's the term for those ice cream drinks you have?
Frappuccino.
I like those.
Those ice cream drinks.
So I love.
Earthling, describe this drink to me, Earthling. You're like an alien who's landed down and we're trying to explain American life and world culture.
I love those frappuccinos.
You love the Frappuccinos.
But as someone who's lactose intolerant, I know the result of them. I know what will happen afterwards.
Yeah, but you eat them anyways.
No, I know strawberry refreshers.
Oh my god. So you deny what you really want because you're worried about the consequences.
So I know that fair food, it's probably good.
I like Kristen Pits. It makes me deathly ill, but I will never turn it down.
I had Quiz and Pits
Never.
once.
Taco Bell.
After the results of Quiz and Pits, I will never eat there again.
It's worth it.
It's not. It's overrated.
So worth it.
I can't eat something with the guilt of you're gonna be ill a few hours later.
See, most people don't remember. Like, they get drunk, they get
It's like
hungover,
when you
they
have a
hate
baby,
themselves,
you forget.
and they get drunk again.
Look, things get to my head quick. This is how I work.
Oh, there's no doubt. The whole audience knows about your quirks.
Yeah.
Life intolerant.
But as I was saying, why would anyone walk up to that booth and say, I'd love a fly basket? And this was the worst of the worst they had at the fair. The fly basket. And when my father said
Describe what a fry basket is.
Okay.
Because you guys thought it was fries in like a red plastic basket.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fries in a basket.
Checkered red.
Yeah, here's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Fries in a plastic basket. Okay, this doesn't sound as bad as a deep-fried Oreo or Klondike bar. This sounds perfectly good.
Okay.
And some guy ordered it, and I'm like, that little is having that. I'm so sorry.
It was literally like the Borg cube made out of French fries.
Each fry.
A perfect 6-sided cube
Formed
of
out of
fry,
fries.
yes, with chili and cheese on top. Your mother's salivating as we speak.
It was fries messed together in this cube formation with sauces dipped
What do they
atop
call
it.
that? There was a name for that, like curly whirlies or something they used to call it.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
How can you eat it? Why would you eat it? And what would it do to you?
It's supposed to make you happy because you're indulging yourself at the fair.
Oh no, I'm not indulging myself in any of that.
What's wrong with indulging yourself at the fair?
Speaking of people who are indulging themselves in the fair too much, let's talk about the rides, the death traps people are signing themselves up for.
Yeah, talk about the rides. We watched one where they went pretty much straight up in the air and then around upside down.
It was terrifying. Either you get a fun house with God knows what inside of it with some air-blessed superheroes. We're talking Superman next to Spider-Man next to Mr. Magoo. And really, Mr. Magoo was on the side.
Yeah, but he didn't know where he was. That's the joke. I'm Mr. Magoo. You have no idea who Mr. Magoo really is, right? He's a little blind guy.
Little blind old guy.
He gets in trouble.
And he's listening to an iPod?
I'm listening to an iPod.
Why was he listening to an iPod?
I don't know.
Trying to be hip with the kids.
That's not part of the Mr. Magoo lore.
No.
That's not lore friendly to Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo went off the air 80 years before the first iPod appeared.
So why was he listening to an iPod on the side?
Because it's supposed to be hip. Like your brother said, it's hip. You want to go in.
The amount of copyright infringement here is staggering.
Oh, yeah, no, we already talked about that at the fair. All the big companies turn a blind eye to the bootleg shirts, hats, rides,
You got
plush.
a lovely shirt. Why don't you talk about the shirt you got?
Yeah,
yeah.
we entered right by the farm and the little Taste of Mexico shopping.
Forgot about that.
And I bought a shirt that's of the Mexican lottery game. We always see this whenever we go inside the Hispanic markets. They sell them right at the register, and it's like the Lucifer and El Borracho, the drunk, and you play some sort of game with it. Well, it's a card from that game, but instead of El Borracho, the drunk, it's Donald Trump, and the card is El Idioto. It's the funniest thing ever. And you know what? There's a lot of ways you could spend $10, but only one way involves getting a Trump shirt that says El Idioto and is so obviously made in Mexico as a jab against the guy who's against immigration. So it was fun. And the guy selling to me was like, basically, like he didn't say anything, but I could just tell he was like, dude, you're like the whitest guy ever buying this shirt. What's going on? But we made up for it because you bought a shirt too, Rachel.
I bought one of those really pretty Hispanic embroidered blouses.
A senorita
Yes,
outfit.
it's bright orange. It's gorgeous. I love it.
We learned a valuable lesson about our friends in Mexico. They love minions.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Minions everywhere.
Yep.
So, so I have a question relating to the food that will kill you and the lies that will kill you.
Yes.
Was a carnival this dangerous when you were young?
Oh, even worse. There's a lot more laws now. When your mom and I went, sometimes they would start the ride and then go have a smoke break. They wouldn't monitor. They would just hang out back with a smoke break. Your mom and I, Luke used to go on all the rides at like Silverado Days and the Orange County Fair. And there were times where he'd be in the little dragon coaster crying and we'd go, can you stop the ride? And the ride op's talking to some chick. Ignoring us. I remember that really happened. So yeah, no, the carnies don't. They're better now than they used to be, but they used to be pretty bad. So you could take that as a.
So like,
Yes,
what
it
if you
will.
got injured on one of the rides? Is no one there to?
Well, you can sue them, but you're not gonna get any money out of them. What about the Skyway?
Oh.
They have like a ski lift system that goes from one end of the fair to the next, and you just kept looking at it like those people up there were crazy. Because all that's holding you in is a single bar that doesn't even really latch.
So what's stopping you from falling out?
Your desire to live.
Why would anyone get on that?
Would you ride that, Josie? Not even you, huh? Not even you, huh?
Mom, how do you feel about that?
I don't like them.
Your mom and I went on the one at the Orange County Fair, and we were terrified the whole time.
We
Like,
hated it.
what are we doing up here?
I don't know what got us on that.
Was it just as bad as the one?
Yeah, oh yeah. And just as high.
Do something different.
Yeah, we did something different. We also got our faces on a pog, so we were really living on the edge.
That was our honeymoon.
Living on the edge!
It was at the fair, but that was during our honeymoon.
Yeah, our honeymoon at the fair, and we got on a pog.
How can
Saturday
people,
was the fair. Sunday was the Wild Water River Park.
Yes.
How can people get on these rides?
Well, because they don't know any better, and it looks like fun.
And
So, any last thoughts about the shopping? What did we buy? We bought subscription to water.
Sparklets. Making friends.
Yeah, Sparklets water, right?
Now that is exciting as loot crate, right? Instead of every month uncrating a Nordly loot to unleash godly treasure, you unleash water.
Water.
Like, what could it be? Oh my god, it's
Water.
water.
I'm
But
kind of
it
excited.
can be Nord themed. It can be like Water World water. It can be like Naboo water.
Right for Waterworld.
It can be Naboo water.
Yeah.
It can be themed after
I don't
stuff.
know why we're listening to you. At this point, why are we listening to you? Josie, what did you get at the fair?
It could be Zelda water because of Wind Waker. It could be from the Great Flood. Tied into that Zelda lore.
I got this little turtle,
Little tiny turtle from the Mexico village.
and I also got this really pretty dress with villains all over
Oh my
it.
god, I forgot about your $9,000 dress.
It was not $9,000, mister.
It was close.
And I got a
27.
free blanket with it.
A free blanket. Great.
To wear to villain stock around the park
Yeah.
today. And our birthday, of course.
And now, Luna, what did you get? Now's the time.
She hasn't
Go.
done. She
I
still
got
had more.
half a hamburger.
Half a hamburger. half a tri-tip sandwich.
Half a tri-tip sandwich.
Some fries. And what else? A phone case.
Yeah, a phone case. And a train shirt.
And a train shirt. We'll talk about that later. What did you get? I can't. The list goes on.
What?
You're looking at your phone
Oh,
case like
yeah,
it's the
I
greatest
got-
thing ever.
I got this little tea set that came with a cake platter.
Tupperware.
Cup,
Tupperware
yeah.
tea set. Yeah, just like mommy. Yeah. Anything else?
Everything here is a gouds.
Yeah, we've heard that speech before. Now, there was some funny business at the very end. Do you remember?
No.
Because I saw a booth that I just couldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy selling, basically,
Wait, you said That's the false response you made the whole show.
Yeah.
You have to talk about it now.
yeah, we're talking about it.
Okay. What?
There was a guy selling boxes for your television.
Oh.
And
Oh, that was so lame, and I was so over it.
What
by
they
then.
are it's a box that allows you to use your television as a computer monitor so that you can not have to pay for cable. And I stood there for a while trying to figure out how it worked because I didn't understand. And finally it dawned on me. You're using it to access the station's apps. Like the NBC app allows you to watch their shows. But the big deal was that the booth was playing straight out of Compton behind him. And I said, okay, I get all the television stuff, but how the hell are you playing that movie? That movie is still in theaters.
And then his response.
His response was this.
The cloud, man. Playing it from the cloud.
He said, well, China gets movies earlier than us, and once they run them in their theaters, they're in the cloud, and the cloud belongs to the people. And basically, he's telling me to steal the movie. He's selling me a product that steals movies from theaters. Now, I considered buying this, and your mom said, I'm not letting you buy that. Because if you had access to theatrical releases, you'd never leave the house or get anything done.
Yep, no way.
And plus, you know what? I'm not a bootlegger. That doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
I like to see movies on the big
But
screen.
technically, it's not bootlegging. It's the cloud,
It's
man.
it sounds like that hippie from The Simpsons, man. Man, you're working for your vehicle, man.
These-
You gotta prioritize,
Oh,
man.
Oh, these the hippies are the new AIDS. It's free,
Cloud's
man.
gonna
It's
be-
Oh
cloud.
yeah, no, it's in the cloud, man. It's free. Yeah, there's no free.
Do you have one of the flyers still?
I do. so I could check it out.
Oh my god.
And I also resisted the 60-game cocktail arcade game that had
Also
Donkey
illegal?
Kong, Pac-Man, and man, $1,200 I delivered.
But still illegal.
Doesn't matter. Well, it's as
But
illegal.
you bought a vacation.
It's as illegal as Josie's dress. That's not a Disney dress. They just bought fabric and made
Yeah.
a dress.
But it's official fabric, so.
Yeah.
Oh, but we did buy a what, Rachel?
A Vegas vacation.
Vegas vacation. We're gonna take in January.
Yay.
So that's fun. So
It
that's
is
all
indoor
the
pool.
indoor pool. Yes.
Yes.
I bought a jacket I like.
You bought a jacket. What,
cool,
describe
a
your jacket.
It's like a cool jacket that flips over.
Yeah.
Red leather.
Red leather. Can you say red leather, yellow leather?
Red,
It's like
yellow.
something Freddie Mercury would wear.
Yeah.
I actually liked it because it was based off of a Team Fortress cosmetic I liked called the Flapjack.
That sounds
Which,
great.
according to the item wiki page, is based off the popular anime film Akira.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
we're listening to the Disney
Disneyland
fireworks.
finale, the fireworks are going off.
So
right
a
now.
little bit of history there for you who
9:47.
want to know, for the people who want to learn about virtual hats.
44. Yeah. So the reason we picked that day to go to the fair was why, Josie?
Because Train was playing that night.
We had
Yay.
tickets to the Train concert.
And the Tuckers love Train.
So we went to the grandstand, got our seats, got some popcorn and drinks, and settled in for 2 hours of Train.
Probably the worst seats we've had at Train, but it doesn't matter. Train is so amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
You could be anywhere. It wouldn't matter.
They played all their hits.
They
He
love
would-
to do covers.
And yeah, they did Dream On
George Michael.
and George Michael's
Freedom.
Freedom 90, which was great from his solo album. Didn't do verse 2 though. I was very upset. I was ready to sing along. I own that album. I was very into that album. Does that surprise you, Rachel?
No, not at all.
Freedom.
Okay, back to Train.
Freedom. This is Train.
We love Pat.
Pat Monahan and Jimmy. So it was a good time. And then 2 hours of concert. We danced, we sang, we took videos. And then afterwards, people came up and told us how great we were. That was
People
really
liked our
awkward.
family. We had like quite a few people that had watched us during the concert and came up and said they liked our family.
It's kind of awkward. It's a little awkward, don't you think?
Yeah.
We're fun,
So
right?
what did we do? We gave them business cards.
Yeah, we pushed the show. If you like our family, listen to us.
Yeah. Hey, you can listen to us chat on the
And then-
the pod thingy.
Right after the concert, I had to use the restroom. And
Why are
Oh,
you
please,
telling
where
us?
is this going?
I will enlighten you. The trough.
Yeah.
Oh.
You had
They
to
had
use
the
the
trough.
trough?
Yeah.
You used the trough?
It was broken. It was a broken trough. It was all cracked at the edge of the bathroom. The bathroom was like sinking into the ground.
Well,
the trough was
I was
cracked.
telling you guys that most of the buildings at the LA County Fair are really old. The grandstand was so old that it was striking how every doorway had stairs, because back then they didn't care about people in wheelchairs or crutches or anybody with a disability. They're like, no. Everything has stairs. Stairs up, stairs down. Stairs here, stairs there. Your mom directed us to the restroom at the top of the grandstand, and it was all the way at the far
I
end.
didn't move. Once I got in, I did not move the entire show, and we were 40 minutes early plus the 2 hour show.
The reason
Because I could not go up and down those stairs.
The reason-
They were hard and terrified me.
reason I had to use the trough was because I wanted to use the restroom at the top. I walked up to the top. This is the most terrifying thing I'd ever
Yeah,
seen.
you saw the view because you were higher than the Skyway.
I walked up, and it was the view higher than the Skyway. And it's not like a hotel where it's nice little glass. And
It was mesh.
No, it was like broken up, tattered gates. Like I was just standing up at the roof of this building, and below me was the entire park, and I could have fell.
You sound like Jack Sparrow. Do you remember that line where he goes, you know that feeling where you get at the edge of a cliff and you feel like you don't want to jump? I don't have that feeling. Or whatever he says. That's you.
I drank a really large beer. Can I just say that?
Yes, you did.
Really
Did you have to
large.
use the trough as well?
I had to, but I couldn't.
Women don't use the trough? Where are you going?
I would have went anywhere at that moment, but I had
You're
no choice.
talking about a trough. I'm not serving you at a trough.
The concert was good, but I wouldn't go back to the fair.
Okay, wait. Well, let's get to that. We'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
So afterwards, we stood in line. They had a meager amount of merchandise. Luna got a shirt. I got zipped because they didn't have anything I wanted.
They had stuff we wanted. They just sold out of all our sizes by the time. We should have went before the concert. I'm so mad at myself. for that.
Because we'll never see them again. So we had a good time at the fair. We left exhausted. We needed the air conditioner on, and we needed drinks. And it was a good time. We didn't get in a fight with anybody. That was a plus because there was. Listen, by the time the concert got out at 9:30, the fair clientele had turned pretty rough.
Yes.
And there were a lot of scary
Yeah.
people. So a lot of
drunk people.
Drunk people, a lot of people with colored bandanas to show their affiliation. Time to go. So we headed out, and we had a good time. So for my part, the fair is part of my childhood. I have good memories of going to the fair. I was happy to share that with you guys. I would definitely go back if I had a chance because I had a really good time. And Austin, would you go back?
No.
So next time you're not going?
I don't know if I'd go back or not. It was too hot. The weather was simply too bad.
Okay. Do you remember going to the Antelope Valley Fair?
I do.
That was really tiny. It's not really comparable.
I remember
But
going.
we saw the Harry Potter show there that I wrote.
Yep, and I found imported Animal Crossing figures.
How
so
do you
that
even
was a
remember?
score.
You're nuts, man.
What do you mean?
Now, you have been one time to the tiny Orange County Fair, and you got really angry.
I did.
Why?
I didn't buy a Max Rebo Eraser. I saw it. It was
I can't
disappointing.
remember
And
everything.
you had a chance to buy a Max Rebo 1983 eraser, and you
Caught
put
it.
it back. And then at the end of the day, you decided you wanted it, and it was gone.
Yep.
And you were like, you're still angry like 10 years later.
I ended up getting a Max Rebo Eraser, but it wasn't carded. Not the
Damn
same.
it.
Really disappointed with that. So I was kind of upset by the end of the train concert when I didn't buy the jacket I wanted because I'm like, well, here we go. Max Rebo Eraser 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm not getting this jacket. But we actually ended up getting it. So amazing. Amazing. We didn't.
You're turning into me. You just used Electric Boogaloo in a sentence.
It's a meme.
All right.
It's a meme.
Josie.
I would go back again, but we need the thing so we can play all the games and stuff.
Games and stuff.
I remember.
You get suckered by those games so easy.
I remember.
Just so you know, folks, the water race game where you shoot the beam of water to pop the balloon or whatever it is was $5 a player, and they needed the minimum of 3 players to get the prize
5
you wanted.
players.
$15 minimum, and you still might not win it. Oh my God, what a racket. So we did not play any
Could there
games.
be a possibility this is another Gouds?
Well, if you probably didn't even notice, I should have pointed it out. They had a basketball game, and underneath the rim it said, "These are not regulation rims or size," which means they're totally bent so that the ball barely fits in it.
Oh.
As long as they put that up. Like at Knott's, they don't have that sign. Guess why?
Why?
Because the rims are perfect, exactly the way they're supposed to be. We're not out to gouge anybody at work. The fair, different story, man. They even had the
like
world's
gouging.
smallest horse and the world's largest gator. All this crap.
I need to pay money to see it all.
But Josie, you'd go back again.
Yeah.
Rachel?
Yeah, I'd go back again.
Yeah.
Eh,
Luna?
depends on what the concert is.
Wow. Like if it's just the fair.
No.
No.
Wow, I guess we're going just you, me, and Josie next
I
year.
guess.
Yes! That's what I've always wanted.
Too hot, too outside. The only reason...
Wait. 2 outside.
Yeah.
What about the pirate area?
No.
And the flowers?
No. The only reason I would go to a fair if it was a mostly indoor fair with the style of Popnology. Something to like show off technology or have movie
So
props.
go to a museum, not the fair.
Sounds good.
Go to Scare LA.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a good con.
All right, well, I guess we're going to wrap this up. We have dissected the fair all that we can.
But I just want to say,
Oh, please, the floor is yours, sir.
instead of buying the Max Rebo Eraser, take a guess at what I bought.
Well, that at that time at the fair?
Oh, I know what I bought. I remember.
You really remember what you bought?
Yep.
What did you buy?
Take a guess.
I wouldn't, a corn dog.
I want to know. Corn dog. Okay, Josie, what do you think?
I don't even know. I don't even think I was even born.
Well, then what do you think I would buy, knowing me?
I don't know. You change your...
Probably a Domo
Why?
sticker or something.
Domo sticker. All right. Luna, what would I buy?
Something inflatable.
Oh.
Did you buy a
Close.
sword?
No. Yeah, okay. I ended up buying a knockoff lightsaber that lit up rainbow
I
colors.
knew it. You bought a stupid sword. Why does swords sucker you kids? You could have had a Max Rebo carded eraser.
It was a lightsaber. I had to have it.
Listen, have you learned nothing of my teachings? a toy on the car that you'll never get to play with is always better than a role-play toy that encourages going outside and battling demons.
I agree with you. That's collectible.
You're not supposed to agree with me.
And then the other thing I ended up buying was a Transformer toy that didn't really transform. You hit a button, and then the front half of the tank popped up to like a pixel of the upper half of a robot. And then it said,
Fire, fire.
fire, 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 hold your weapons, soldier. Those lines that are in every knockoff toy.
Fire, fire.
Yeah. So that was my
that
wasted
guy?
money
Where
down
is
the
he
drain.
Yeah, who is
Where's
that guy?
the fire,
right?
fire guy?
All right, well, that's the LA County Fair, folks.
And then wait.
He's
I just-
Oh my god.
Will the senator from Alderaan yield the floor?
Another old purchase of mine. I bought a slingshot that I never used.
Why would you buy a slingshot? Who, Dennis the Menace or Bart Simpson?
I bought it when I was like 3, and I was super scared I had to hide it in my bedroom, that police would come knocking on our door and try and track it down and grab it from me, and I get arrested.
Well, you haven't changed much.
Austin, man. You're like that. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
I got super, super scared the cops were after me because I had a weapon,
Who
a
can it
slingshot.
be now?
Okay, this is a weapon. I got super scared. Like, what was I thinking? I just bought a weapon. I was insane. So I threw it at the bottom of my costume bin with my Jedi ropes.
You're so weird, man. Do you ever imagine at night your toys coming to life?
I think when I was little, I got sad about that.
That they didn't, or that they wouldn't?
That they
let
did,
you know?
and they were lonely. Because it was like, when I was like 3, I used to think, I'll never get to play with Cantina Band Member 6. I'm so sorry, you're not as articulated as the other ones.
So basically, if Woody is kind of like all the best things of Andy when he comes to life, like your toys would come to life and go, oh, another terrible day. Oh, I'm Max Rebo. Oh, I can't believe. Oh, Austin's gone again. Like your toys are all like morose and neurotic, sitting there worried about things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're watching Toy Story and they're going, plastic corrosion. That's me. It's a death sentence.
When I was little, I got scared that the knockoff toys I bought had lead paint and I would die.
I remember that.
Were you
He
licking
would
them?
always come in and tell me, do I have to wash my hands? Am I okay? I touched this. This has lead poisoning. Am I okay?
He hasn't changed at
He
all.
used to do that all the time. I put it near my mouth. I put it near my mouth. Not on it. Near my mouth. It was so weird.
Is that why you wanted that Sarge toy from Cars?
I think that's what scared me.
Oh my god, that's what started it.
It is.
Yes. I remember the car Jeep.
There's
right?
always a link to my anxieties and where they start.
Wait, what? What was wrong with the Jeep?
It was in the news. And once he heard it, he thought his car
They recalled it because it had lead paint on it.
The problem I have, and I quins every time, is my anxieties start from the silliest little thing. If I didn't watch 2 seconds of that TV commercial or read that Facebook article, I'd be perfectly okay.
Let me
But I
tell
let
you.
dumb stuff get to my head.
Let me tell you. When I was a kid, I collected Dungeons and Dragons figures, all made out of lead. Pure lead. And I would hold them and paint them and play with them. I still got a box of them in the garage. I have all my D&D figures still. And I'm still kicking.
Oh.
Your generation is terrified, man, that they're going to get a cold or a sniffle.
I am.
Oh my God, what's happening?
And you can't eat cookie dough, it'll kill you.
What's happening? Would you run outside barefoot?
Oh god, no. What if I step on a nail? I had to get 12 socks.
I just hurt my foot on this chair. I'm bleeding now.
Would you make a mud pie?
What's a mud pie?
Where you take mud and make it into a pie.
But
Yeah,
imagine
bug
the
in it.
germs and bugs you're gonna get in you. Oh, you get a disease.
It
You
sounds
get
fun.
bit.
I
There's
want
a
to do
dead
it.
little
I
bug on the
can't-
keyboard right there. It's scaring
I
me.
can't believe all of the things you're terrified of. We could do a whole show just on your psychosis and
I
what
wanna
terrifies
watch that
you.
one.
It gets me
What
mad.
happened? What happened? Because here's what I can't figure out. Is that your mom and I, the generation we grew up in, we played outside, we turned our big wheels upside down, and for some reason it was an ice cream man. I don't know how this happened, but every kid thought this. I don't know.
Turned your what upside
You
down?
take your big wheel,
What's
turn it
a big
upside.
wheel?
What's a big wheel? Oh my
Is that the one with
God!
the little two and then the one big
Big wheel has 2 wheels. It's
Yeah.
a tricycle made out of plastic, and you can move the seat up as you move the seat back as you get bigger.
longer.
No, and you race around
I
on
don't
it.
think I ever moved my
And
back.
turn it upside
And you turn it
down.
upside down, and then you take the 2 foot pedals in your hands and you crank them, and it becomes an ice cream machine. I didn't come up with this, but every kid did this.
True.
We played outside. We stepped in dog crap. We climbed
I
fences.
put roller skates on in the morning, and they came off when I finally went into my
and
bed.
you skin your knees. How did our generation who did all this raise a generation terrified of everything? What happened?
I'm pretty sure that it's just me.
No, it's not just you, because you watch the news and everybody's terrified.
You sure I'm not just crazy?
No, I think it's when the local
they're crazy, don't know they're crazy, babe.
When the local news decided to focus on crime in the areas. Instead of, because it used to be breaking news. If the TV said breaking news, you better stop what you're doing because somebody shot the president or there's a plane crash. And now they go, breaking news. A fire hydrant on 7th and Main has been hit. Well, who does that affect? 6 people? That's not breaking news. So I think the news has a lot to do because they figured out that if you scare people, they will tune in. They go, something in your house could be killing you at 11.
What if it's killing me?
It's not killing you.
I mean, when I was in like 8th grade, I'd have like 45 minutes in the morning. I'd always watch the news. I had to be on the lookout.
I grew up in a house without smoke detectors. Did you have smoke detectors in your house?
I don't remember.
No, we didn't. Nobody had smoke detectors. And you know what? Back then, everybody smoked in their house.
But like, if everybody was scared, then how come those people went on those carnival rides and signed their life away on those?
No, those are adults, and I don't know. Because sometimes there's a blind eye. Because I bet that the people who got off those carnival rides, if they touched something dirty on the ground, would immediately grab Purell and gel their hands up and go, oh my God, I'm going to die. After they got off that stupid ride. That flung them in the air. 150 feet on a little tiny wire cable.
I'll be honest, the people they got off did look like they'd seen some stuff. Like, that ride is...
Like Vietnam? I've seen some stuff, man. Flipping around on that ride. All right, we're going to wrap it up. We'll have a whole episode about you. We'll just interview you about what scares you.
I don't think that'd make a whole episode, would it?
Does that scare you?
Yes.
Tune in for Austinception coming soon.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. I
actually...
go ahead.
I actually get myself stressed about things I get stressed about. Like, I get embarrassed that I get stressed about that. Or get worried that I stressed about something so messed up. So I'd get stressed about getting stressed.
And I'm so worried about the baggage retrieval system they have at Heathrow.
Hey, that's something I'm also worried about. Baggage retrieval at an airport. If we ever win a vacation, how will I know I get my stuff back?
You trust in the baggage people.
Well, I don't.
Which is ironic because you have a lot of baggage.
I don't trust those people.
Hey, I just want to tell all the ladies out there, Austin is single and ready to mingle. As long as you're going to wear a hazmat suit when you come over. How do you feel about the danger of cooties?
You mean like germs?
Cooties, man.
What's cooties?
You ever touch a girl and get cooties?
What is cooties?
What is cooties? Listen.
Isn't that board game with the
Don't
ants?
wait to talk to your kids about cooties. They may learn it from a kid at school.
What are they?
Cooties, there's no such thing as cooties.
What is it?
It's a term that boys and girls have so they don't touch each other. You're going to get cooties. You never heard this?
But gender...
How did you guys grow up?
But gender doesn't exist. How would you get
But
cooties? It's just an
they're
idea.
actually-
Oh my God.
So if I change my gender, does that change my cootie type?
Yes.
But you just have therapy for that.
If you turn into a woman, you start immediately generating cooties.
Are cooties a type of women germ?
Yes.
So there's no male cooties?
No, you can only get cooties, not give cooties.
Oh.
Although some girls say, "Get your cooties off of me" when you touch her. You ever grab a girl? No. What am I talking about? You touch a girl and she goes, "Hey, get your cooties off of me." No.
No.
You've never even heard
On
this?
the TV
No.
shows?
On the TV shows. Have you ever considered the amount of germs that are spread when you kiss someone on the mouth?
Never kiss someone.
Will you?
Oh, wait a second. If I do kiss someone, what germs will I spread?
You'll get their germs.
Oh.
And they'll get yours.
Oh my God. I didn't think this through.
That's what kissing is.
But like, in a few years, if I do kiss someone.
In a
Yes.
few years.
In a few
You're halfway through
100
high school
years.
already.
When you kiss
Am
that
I supposed
lucky...
to kiss someone in high school?
Oh my God. It's not on the curriculum, okay?
Okay.
It was preschool
What class
for
is that?
mommy.
What class is that for?
Wait, what?
That's health class.
Home economics or health?
If the teacher divides the class up to pair up for kissing, run.
Okay.
Okay? Because that's not on the curriculum.
Well, Common Core, who knows? What's on
Well,
that?
Common Core could involve kissing.
I saw some things in health class and I'm pretty sure not in the curriculum.
What?
No, let's not get into that.
Okay.
But I'm just curious, like, what about holding hands? Would you hold hands with somebody, or are you worried about germs?
Well, hand sanitizer exists for a reason.
Can you imagine you're on a date and you grab her hand and she's like, oh, he's so romantic. And then she looks over and you're like slowly putting gel on your hands to get the stink of her off.
Gotta be safe.
No. The only way you fall in love with somebody is you look at them and you go, I embrace you and your cooties. And you bring them into your life.
Now, what about fingerless gloves?
What about fingerless gloves? I don't know. I didn't listen, folks. I don't know where he was going on that, and for a moment I was terrified. What about fingerless gloves? What are you, foul fellow Gideon from Pinocchio? Are you Oliver Twist with your fingerless gloves? Is that so you can better to rifle through their purses and steal their coins?
But they look cool, and people find them attractive.
So are you saying that if you wear a fingerless glove, then the palm of your hand is touching cloth and not her or him?
Yeah, and they find it attractive.
What?
Yes, they're like, oh my god, he's wearing a hand condom. Is that what you're saying? So maybe for dates, you'll just wear rubber gloves.
No, but
With the fingers cut off.
Yes, rubber fingerless gloves. And not like surgical ones, but like the big yellow dishwasher ones, like Marty McFly wears.
But like fingerless gloves are attractive.
Yeah.
I
And
guess.
they're not like normal gloves, they're much cooler looking, so they'd be okay with that.
They're actually not
Listen,
attractive. 'cause of whole
you're going to
gloves.
have trouble finding anybody to put up with the amount of nonsense you have, unless they're equally as nonsensical. But have faith. We've met a lot of people with a lot of baggage, so I'm sure there's somebody out there. I'm sure there's somebody. You know what? Guaranteed, there is somebody out there right now listening to this show and nodding, going, "Oh my God, that's exactly what I would have said." And they're going to dial you up.
Contact me at GoopMyFies on Tumblr or Steam or Skype, always on Skype.
See, there you go. Give all your contact out. Do it again.
Skype's dead right now, so no Skype.
Give out your
Skype's dead?
It's
contact.
been down all day.
Oh.
This episode's going to last forever.
I was just on Skype. My contact information is GoopMyFies, GUNT, capital MY, capital FRI. No. Help me out. How do you spell GoopMyFies?
GUNTMYFRIES.
Yes. I'm GoopMyFies like that. On Skype, Tumblr, Steam. I'm always on except Tumblr. I don't like Tumblr.
You shouldn't.
I'm always on Steam and Skype, and I'm occasionally on the Reddit as GoopMyFies24, because someone took the username GoopMyFies, who I'm pretty sure is me in the past, who forgot the username, so I had to get another
I
account.
came here from the future to take your Reddit password.
Oh my God.
You gotta come back with me, Doc. Barney, we're both on Tumblr with the same name. Oh my God. All right. Anything else?
I had something I was going to say about fingerless gloves. I forgot. So, is it a good idea before you go on a carnival ride to put some fingerless gloves on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You shouldn't touch anything on a carnival ride. A lot of germs.
And if the
But listen, do you subscribe to this idea that if you try to live a germ-free life, you're going to get sick? Because you need to
Be immune
expose
to
yourself to germs, and that
be able to
means
fight
come
them.
in contact with them, not take your pants down in front of them. Expose yourself to germs.
Wait. How are we talking about putting
What do you mean by
pants down?
what do you mean by come in contact with the germs?
You need to have
to
germs
touch
on
them. You have to
you
get
so that your
germs.
body says,
That's called
"Oh,
contact with them.
Germs.
Listen, germs.
Just-
Goop my fries.
Just start
Contact-
touching things and feeling things?
no! Oh God! You know what's going to happen? We're going to take you places, and he's just going to start touching everything."
Everything.
Like the world's worst OCD guy. Austin, we're ready to go. I'm still touching the Matterhorn. It's a pretty big mountain. You're going to be here a while. Should we bring you a sandwich?
He's gonna ask
Okay.
if he's blind.
So just don't
Don't
put a
worry
pseudo armor
about
on.
it.
You know, when I was in 5th grade while jogging, I kind of wish I had a pseudo armor most of the time because I didn't want the bees touching me. So
Have you ever been stung by a bee?
Nope.
Then why are you terrified of them?
What
I've
if?
been stung by
What
a
if?
bee.
Josie got stung by a wasp. That's even worse.
Yeah.
You never, and you live your life in
couldn't
fear every day of bees.
Yep.
Give a list of the top 5 fears in your life.
Oh boy.
I was trying to explain to the counselor why Austin doesn't like PE and his fear for bees and air and anything outdoors. And she finally just said, so PE isn't an option. Let's just get him out of PE. And I said, that will work perfectly.
Yeah. So they actually took you into their beekeeping project, so you're going to learn how to keep bees.
When it comes to my fears, we have bees.
Number 5, okay.
dogs,
Bees, dogs. I think
heights.
we've done this on the show, but
Heights.
Heights?
Oh, yeah, he's gonna
Okay,
go
bees,
to
dog, heights.
Second level of the mall will put him into a week of therapy.
Insanely hard school assignments.
School assignments. You have anxiety about school assignments. And what's the last one?
I'd say the worst is
Diseases. He thinks he's catching everything.
diseases is high up, and
He's catching everything. He's got everything.
the anxiety of feeling like I have to tell my parents everything. that I hate.
He will do any little thing and have to come tell me I could care less, but his mind tells him he has
And I
to tell
think
me.
the number one thing I have is when something dumb happens to me and it just goes up to my head and drives me crazy.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm a little upset with you.
You are?
Well, yeah, you have a slingshot somewhere, and that's illegal, and I want it, or I'm going to call the cops.
See, these dumb thoughts get in my head and they go all the way up, and for days and days and
See,
days, I spend all day getting anxiety about it.
Take a tip from the guy at the fair. He was selling illegal movie bootleg machines, and he simply didn't care.
Yeah.
And you're worried about a slingshot.
Yeah.
He's bootlegging straight out of Compton and Jurassic World for all the world to see.
I don't think you realize how much time I have alone thinking to myself because I'm so sad and lonely.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And you guys, when you're always on your phones texting, I'm just sitting there thinking, and anxiety and stress always gets to my head.
No, you act like... Wait a minute. You act like we're all sitting on our phones and you have nothing. You have a laptop.
Well, I mean, when we go places, when I'm at school,
Yeah.
That's why I always, when I go to school, I bring a notebook with me so I can draw. Something to keep me occupied.
Yeah, you gotta
And it
draw.
works. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I read this article at school about how the iPhone is becoming the cigarette because nobody has time to think anymore and come up with new ideas. And I'm like, I have too much time to think to myself. Come on.
Well, maybe you'll come up with $1 million idea.
Yep, exactly.
You'll keep this family afloat.
He already did. Apple juice coffee.
Yeah, I already do have $1 million ideas, excuse you.
A good $1 million idea. Apple juice coffee.
Why are you guys saying you? No.
Oh, is it a punishment thing for children?
No. It's apple juice with caffeine injected in it.
Oh, caffeinated apple juice.
Yes.
To give you a little pep.
Extreme pep.
But you understand that most little kids do not need any pep. That parents would rather have apple juice with
Apple juice to him is
codeine
not a
in
kid
it.
thing. It's an adult drink too.
An adult drink.
It's called apple cider, Mom.
But, I have $1 million ideas, and you guys all just sort of frown on me when I say
Oh, give us another one.
I could think
Is
of
it
it.
fingerless rubber gloves? Because
Yep.
we already tackled that one.
That's another one. Fingerless.
gloves for your toes.
Oh my god, how about toe gloves?
They have those.
So
What?
Socks.
oh, Josie.
Give us some more ideas. I don't know. I've thought of an iPhone.
Let me think of
No,
billion dollar.
you get back to us on that.
How about a virtual economy that is entirely dependent on fake money with no-
Greece is already doing that.
Yeah, I guess
You're
they
2
are.
steps behind
We're
everyone.
so far from the fair.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Let
How
me-
unfair. All right, we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Let's wrap it up.
School night.
All right. Thanks for listening. I am The Voice. I am Jeff Tucker. Support the show by going on iTunes and leaving us a 5-star review. We also have a Patreon page where you can support the show. If you can't, that's fine too. Just thanks for listening. Share the episodes. Tell your friends to listen to this show. It's the greatest show that I'm involved with. That's great, right? I am Jeff. I am joined by
I'm Austin, aka Goop My Fries.
Goot My Fries, Mr. Fingerless Glove, Mr. What's that stuff called for your hands? Purell, hand sanitizer.
To be honest, I prefer thorough washing with soap more than sanitizer. Sanitizer feels like it doesn't do the job. And you always want to rub it. Here's the deal. You have to lean in and smell your hands a few times because you don't know if the soap's really working. I don't believe the soap works until I get a good whiff of that smell.
It's like the sanitizer just moves the dirt around because you're not rinsing. You're not rinsing with the sanitizer. Who are you?
I'm Josie.
Now, Josie, you just started collecting something. What are you collecting?
Collecting?
Yeah. Wow. You're
Tsum Tsums.
Tsums. And what are those?
They're little, like, blocky,
Square
chubby...
Pookaloo's.
What's a Pookaloo?
They're like if they took
Those
the
were the
Disney
round
characters
Disney
and made them into a
characters.
burrito.
It's
Yes.
like if Wall-E ate up all the Disney characters and turned them into trash cubes.
Got it. Well, we'll keep an eye on that, okay? And who are you, ma'am?
Rachel.
You're responsible for these people on the show.
I don't understand it. I had none of these issues that these children have. I was popular and social. I loved school. I loved people, and I'm outgoing.
Wait,
and
you made a
I could care less if I'm dirty or clean, as long as I'm having a good time.
You need to make sure the words school and love don't go in the same sentence.
They did in my world. That's how you wear cute outfits and see your friends.
But what if you don't have friends?
Yeah, what if you don't have
I
friends?
don't
with
know where
friends?
you all came from.
I'm lonely.
I don't understand it.
I'm so ornery. All right, and who are you?
Luna.
Anything you want to add to this?
I don't know what to add to
You
this.
haven't made very many comments.
You better find something out because he's going to be on your couch the rest of your adult life.
That's not true. I'm going to get my own life, my own career. I'm going to move out. And I'm going to get
put in an
married.
application.
This is the one that won't leave the couch.
I put an application.
I'm going to get married and I'm not going to have kids.
I played the Sears
Very
virtual
smart.
reality game you have to play.
You know, I have this picture of Austin as an older person working at one of those computer labs where you have to put on the suit and be like in a clean room with little microchips and like nobody's dirty and nobody talks to each other and you're like, it's the perfect job for me. How was your day, hon? It was great. I talked to nobody. Ate lunch by myself. Washed my hands 35 times.
I had lunch by myself at school today. My tour guide walked up to me and gave me a strange look, like, why are you eating lunch by yourself? So they offered me to go to prayer club with them and pray to Jesus.
You didn't go?
No.
Why not?
I don't
You
want
could
to.
have started there. At least there's people there.
I don't want to pray to Jesus. I'm good.
You could have prayed to Greedo. I don't care who you pray to. Just go.
We love you, Jesus. Come on. All right, let's wrap it up, shall we?
Yeah.
We love Train. We're happy to see Train at the fair next time they come around. We're going, right?
Yes.
And let's just say we survived the fair and those darn carnies didn't get us.
The darn carnies didn't get us. No.
And
we
they-
are alive and well.
And they didn't suckle you into bootlegging movies.
Would you kiss a carny on the mouth?
Oh, that's it. And we took a beautiful family Christmas picture. I did not post it because I'm making it into a Christmas card for
Yes.
sure.
It's the only secret
Done.
Rachel's ever been able to keep.
I didn't keep it. I just said it.
You
You
didn't
didn't say what the picture is?
No, but I said we took it at the fair.
Then it's still secret.
Oh.
What the heck just
What?
happened? Have you had a few?
No, I didn't say it. I just said it.
In case you're interested, it's a group photo with a bunch of smelly carnies. Each carny has a smelly mustache.
brother.
They're all
Okay.
hugging us.
All right. We are live from the Cafe 80s in beautiful Buena Park where it's supposed to pour rain. Can you hear the crickets in the air again tonight? They are singing loudly and they are singing the praises of what show?
91 Reasons.
We don't need a reason for anything we feel. We don't need a reason because soul's at the wheel. So roll this top down, hell with this town, leave our feelings behind. We don't need a reason 'cause I got you and you got me tonight.
Thanks for listening to 91 Reasons. Please subscribe and leave a review on iTunes. Find us on Facebook. Is anyone even still listening?